So how does this sound? You can rent an historic lightship and party like the Coast Guard never did.
Sounds good. That boat is a Nantucket Lightship that's been given a whole new life.
Often lost in New England's love affair with lighthouses is the Lightship. Today, the largest of the 179 that served from 1820 to 1983 is docked in Boston Harbor. This floating lighthouse, LV 112, was saved from the scrap heap in 2009 when it was bought for $1. In 2012, the ship was designated a national treasure and operates now as a museum. Meanwhile, here in New Bedford Harbor, seeing double? Not exactly. This is Nantucket Lightship WLV 612, which is experiencing a dramatically different afterlife from its older namesake in Boston.
There's only a dozen lightships left, and this is one of a dozen. This is the only one that's been refitted to be a private yacht. It's available for charter, and it's available for an intimate party or a party of up to 130.
Tyler Drown, Director of Sales, gives us the grand tour. 6
staterooms and a crew stateroom, each with their own full head. We have a galley that serves as a full catering kitchen. There wasn't a toothpick of wood when the Nantucket was decommissioned. It was refitted with fine woods. We've got mahogany, cherry. Here in the Grand Salon, we have fine carpets, marine oil paintings, and some very nice antique maritime artifacts.
612 started its tour of duty in San Francisco in 1950. From 1975 to 1983, it was stationed at Nantucket Shoals to warn against treacherous, shallow waters that claimed many ships. For transatlantic passengers, 612 and its predecessors were welcoming beacons in U.S. waters.
You would see this over 24 hours before you'd get to Statue of Liberty. A lot of times passengers were awoken and brought to the deck by the crew to take a look at the Nantucket Lightship as it passed.
612, along with her sister ship 613, were decommissioned in 1983, marking the end of the lightship era. Today, both are owned by former state senator William Golden, who has a passion for maritime history.
This is the ship's pilot house, and we have the original ship's wheel here, the binnacle with the compass, telegraph, and this, which we would use to talk down to the engine room. We're here on the lower deck, and this is the crew quarters. And this is another part of the original vessel here.
612 is without a permanent home. When not in New Bedford for maintenance, its travels include Boston, Nantucket, and New York. Wherever it is docked, the bright red hull is an eye-catcher, especially for Coast Guardsmen whose history is tied to lightships.
We have people all the time who are talking about how they served aboard lightships, who contact us and say, you know, we love what you're doing, and it has a very strong following.
And Bill Golden planning to circumnavigate the U.S. in 612, either this summer, beginning this summer, or next year, to talk about sea level rise in coastal city. It's another issue he's very passionate about, so he'll use that as a venue to do that.
Well, why not? You get notice if you pull into
sure
dock
do,
with that.
Yeah.
That is Chronicle 4 tonight. I'm JC Monahan.
And I'm Anthony Everett. Thanks for joining us. Have a good evening. See you back here tomorrow night.